The thing that people don't realize about Stan Lee is how well read he was. The guy knew his stuff. He knew about Western culture. He probably read more Shakespeare than anybody but an English lit professor had read. He knew lines by heart of this guy. And you read what he wrote, you read the storylines that he wrote, and he borrowed from Western culture. He borrowed from Western literature because he knew poetry. He knew all the great plays. He knew the mythic stories of the past. And when you're steeped in that knowledge and you're a storyteller, you can't help but borrow little pieces and bring them in. And these are the great stories of our time. These are the great stories of any time. I think we're going to be talking about Lord of the Rings in a little bit, and that's a perfect example. But what I wanted to say is he knew people like, I already said Shakespeare, but like Joseph Campbell and Carl Jung. He knew what the hero's journey was like, and he knew what the trials that a hero had to go through in order to actually be a hero. That's what you see when you see someone like Spider-Man. That's what you see when you see Cyclops, who's on the early X-Men that he was writing. The Cyclops character is a perfect example of a heroic sacrificing character. Not a perfect person. He very, very flawed. But he knew, because he had read, because he had learned from the great storytellers of the past, he knew what a great story was, and he knew how a great story is built on truths that are universal to all.